When many people think of comics, they think of them as being within their own genre, as though people in tights and capes squaring off with evil is its very own thing.
And while superheroes can feel like its own genre at times, the world of comics and supers also tends to branch out into others at times, like the whimsical and mystical world of magic.
Yeah. Today we'll be focusing on that more magical genre, explored within the world of Marvel, as we count down the top 10 Marvel mystical superheroes.
Ooh. Welcome back, Nerd Squad. I'm Amanda McKnight.
And I'm Patty D, and today we'll be hosting your video.
Let's get straight to it and get counting down for some of these most fantastic magic-wielding supers. Number 10. Tarot. Tarot is Marie-Ange Colbert, a mutant we haven't heard from in a while, but who has recently turned up at least via text if not visually in the Dawn of X line. During the Ten of Swords event, she was the one to receive and communicate the powerful tarot reading that seemed to be reappearing all over the world. Tarot's mutant powers are precognition, which through the use of her tarot cards gives her amazingly accurate and specific readings pertaining to the future of an individual or an event. She has also been able to get readings on past events as well. It's a very specific mutant power that is pretty intimately tied to the mystic arts via the power of tarot. But still, anytime you can read the future, I think that's pretty powerful.
Before we get on to the next one, just want to remind you guys, take a second to hit that like button. It really helps us out here at Top 10 Nerd. Number 9. Pixie. Part of an immortal race known as the Eternals, Pixie is a free-spirited superhero who was present and defended the Earth during the Skrull invasion. Pixie is actually one of the few survivors from the first line, and set off the chain reaction that helped to destroy the Skull Armada. After this, she retired from adventuring on Earth, but occasionally still assisted her fellow Eternals. When the X-Men went to the Himalayas and encountered Yeti, she was the one who showed up and helped to take him down, having worked with Yeti in the past as part of the first line. After the Civil War, Tony Stark considered her as a potential recruit for the Initiative. She has a set of superpowers common to all Eternals, including super strength, flight, psionic abilities, and she can even project energy, but not at the same level as some other Eternals. She is immortal and already hundreds of years old, and has a natural psychic block in place to prevent mind reading and mind control.
Number 8. Jennifer Kale. Jennifer Kale became a magical hero and ally to the Man-Thing at a young age. She was a teenager who was interested in magic, and using a mystical tome she'd found while visiting her grandfather, accidentally summoned a demon, not knowing that the demon would not be under her control. The Man-Thing saved her, and it was revealed later on that he and she had a psychic link. Dakeem the Enchanter eventually revealed himself to both Jennifer and Man-Thing, and had them both prove they were worthy before taking on Jennifer as his apprentice. He had been a student of Zared-Na before him, a powerful sorceress who believed that demons from the realm of Somnus would someday threaten the fate of the Earth, attempting to invade. Dakeem gave Jennifer the raiments of a priestess of Zared-Na and helped her to recover the tome of Zared-Na from another dimension, helping to protect the Earth against a demon invasion. Jennifer is also an ally of Howard the Duck, and over the years has become a highly skilled magic user.
Number 7. Daytripper. Born with the name Jemaine Zardos, she is the daughter of a powerful Romani sorceress and grew up in the circus with her brother. His name was Stefan, and he suffered bouts of homicidal madness occasionally. The family adopted Nightcrawler in his youth, and he made a pact with his crazy brother that he would kill him if he ever became too violent. This eventually does happen, and it really blows up the whole family, with the mother Margali seeking revenge for Nightcrawler for killing her son. But anyway, back to Daytripper. She was first introduced as Amanda Sefton, a flight attendant who dates Kurt Wagner, aka Nightcrawler. When Kurt joined the Excalibur team, he asked her to also join, as they often go up against magical opponents. She once attempted to become Doctor Strange's disciple, and also helped to retrieve Captain Britain from the Time Stream. She has also aided the X-Men in battle against the Hellfire Club. She is a sorceress who follows the path of the Winding Way, and she is quite powerful, capable of teleportation, casting illusions, and hypnotism, as well as shapeshifting.
Hellstorm. Hellstorm or Hellstrom? Well, actually, if we are talking about the heroic persona of Damon, then in most cases it's going to be Hellstorm. Hellstrom is Damon's legal last name as the son of the devil who came to Earth for a time to basically sire children. Hellstorm, fun fact, used to be married to Hellcat, Patsy Walker. I just like that they both have hell in their main hero mantle. It's pretty great. Also, that relationship ended terribly though, terribly. Damon Hellstrom, being the son of the devil, is also the heir to Hell. although he spent a lot of time not wanting to accept this responsibility as he often wrestled with the evil within him. Damon actually was originally planning on becoming a priest before he learned of his true heritage via his mother's diary. He has not only been an adventurer and a superhero fighting alongside the Defenders, but has also been an occult detective and an exorcist as well, seeking to better understand his heritage while also actively fighting against it and his father's will.
Number 5. Sister Grimm. Sister Grimm was part of a team known as the Runaways that had its run in 2003. The Runaways were a group of teens who discovered their parents were part of a crime ring known as the Pride that planned to destroy and rebuild the Earth. The Runaways fight to stop them, and one of them is Sister Grimm, who inherited powers and technology from her parents. At one point, she re-encounters her parents after running away, and her mother points her staff at her chest, which becomes absorbed by her body. This is actually her main weapon, the Staff of One, and it is only released from her body when she bleeds. She has magical aptitude in her blood, but not the usual formal training. However, after her encounter with the Witchbreaker, her power improves, and she can now levitate, teleport using portals, and even fly. She can also cast spells that change her surroundings, like transforming the inside of a building. She is part of Strange Academy, the professor of creative spellcasting. This is a perfect role for her, as part of the way her staff works is she can never use the same spell twice. If she casts a spell she's already used a second time, not only will it not work, but it may even have an unintended effect.
Number 4. Dr. Voodoo. Brother Voodoo, aka Jericho Drumm, was considered skilled and disciplined enough to actually become the new Sorcerer Supreme, becoming Dr. Voodoo. Big, exciting level up for Jericho. Initially, Jericho never wanted the responsibility of becoming a Hungan, but after the death of his brother, Daniel, swore to him that he would train in the mystical arts and take his place, seeking to avenge his brother's death. Voodoo carries his brother's spirit with him, which helps to bolster his power. He was chosen later on to become Sorcerer Supreme by Agamotto. The Eye of Agamotto left Stephen Strange and instead sought out his replacement, choosing Brother Voodoo because he was considered pure of heart and at the time a much better candidate. Doctor Strange was basically doing some super dark things at the time, although he did have his reasons. Jericho is a skilled magic user, capable of manipulating the elements and mystical creatures. He's also capable of hypnosis, flight, and teleportation. And he's also a trained psychologist. Bonus!
Number 3. ManThing. ManThing is a tragic dude. He was a biochemistry professor named Ted Salis, working on Project Sulfur, which aimed to allow soldiers to survive biochemical weapons. It was developed into serum SO2, and it worked, but had the unfortunate side effect of turning its users into monsters. He once worked alongside Dr. Kurt Connors and tried to improve his serum into a super soldier serum, like the one used on Captain America. His wife becomes bitter after being neglected for so long while he's focused on his work, and she eventually sells him out to greedy AIM agents seeking to steal his technology. As he's escaping from their ambush, he injects himself with the only existing sample of the serum, right before his car crashes into the swamp. The magical energies of the swamp and the serum combine to transform him into a hideous 7-foot swamp monster. ManThing gets into some crazy mystical stuff, helping Doctor Strange with fixing the shattered nexus of all realities. He is basically vegetable matter formed with mystical energy and swamp mutations all wrapped up in a lovely package. As the guardian of the nexus of all realities, he has some serious mystical responsibilities. He is also very powerful, with his abilities including regeneration, teleportation, and even reality displacement. Also, his porous form is resistant to many forms of attacks, as fists or bullets just pass right through him.
Number 2. Scarlet Witch. Scarlet Witch is one of the most powerful magic users we have in Marvel, although the results of her magic can sometimes be unpredictable. Like during the Empire event when she accidentally created a ton of mutant zombies in her attempt to properly resurrect all the lives lost in the Genosha Mutant Massacre. Still, Scarlet Witch is powerful enough that she has been considered as a candidate for Sorcerer Supreme. She can use her powers to manipulate time, reality, and probability, as well as project energy, create force fields, cast spells, heal, create magical weapons, enhance her own physical prowess, and teleport. Wow, that's a lot of stuff. That's like stuff I'm just saying and you could speed me up saying it and then like make it scroll because it's so much stuff. The problem is simply that things don't always turn out the way Wanda had envisioned, and her mental state often affects her actions, making her appear sometimes even villainous, when that is generally the furthest thing that Wanda wants, to alienate herself. She is often just a character seeking love and acceptance who struggles to find where she belongs and sometimes to find her own sense of independence and confidence. confidence.
And here we are at number 1, Doctor Strange. Doctor Strange was a brilliant but arrogant neurosurgeon who mangled his hands in a car accident and became seriously distraught. When modern medicine failed him, he went on a journey leading him to Tibet, where he trained with the Ancient One, healing his hands, learning about magic, and eventually rising to the rank of Master of the Mystic Arts. He is the Sorcerer Supreme for the Marvel Prime Universe. And Strange has a really storied past, having been affiliated with many superhero teams and taking part in some incredible storylines throughout his history. I really love how Doctor Strange goes from arrogant doctor who only cares about money to a broken man who literally sells all his possessions to travel to the East, later discovering not only is magic real, but that he can control it. As the Sorcerer Supreme, Doctor Strange is immensely powerful, and he also has a whole collection of powerful artifacts at his disposal. He is an expert in the Black Priest's ability to use language to distort reality, using the power of the words to create energy blasts, organic disintegration, and even paralysis. He can channel the extra-dimensional energy of mystical beings to empower his spells. And it's been said that Doctor Strange is as powerful as the god he invokes.
Now let's look at some comments from top 10 weirdest Hulk comics you need to read, which was our last collab video.
Yeah. Edward John says, most bizarre Hulk moment? Hulk tears off his own head to stop pain in Incredible Hulk 446 and then grows it back. Regeneration always opens up a lot of thorny questions. Yeah, man, I always wonder about these regenerators like Deadpool. If can he just split in half and grow 2 Deadpools and just create an army of himself?
I mean, yeah, how come it's like only some of him like can regenerate the tissue and then some of him can't?
Or maybe the other versions would get progressively dumber.
Yeah, they're just like really messed up versions of Deadpool. I like that idea. Also, I feel like the Hulk has regenerated himself in a lot of crazy ways. But that's the whole like even the monster thing with Hulk. Lauren O types, I can't believe there was a story that had Batman being able to take down Hulk with kicks and punches. I love bats, but really? Yeah, I know, really? I was also like, what is happening here? I also love Batman, but I was like, really? Batman meets the Hulk?
I mean, he's strong, but come on.
I think it was just like the fact that it was a physical fight too. Like I know Batman was also like using his smarts in that scenario, but I was just like, this is a really weird, dumb fight.
Man, one hit from the Hulk and you'd be done.
Apparently one hit from Batman and you're done. So, who was your favorite pick? Who have we missed?
Let us know what you think in the comments below, and thanks for watching. I'm Patty D.
And I'm Amanda McKnight. You stay nerdy, YouTube.
Bye.